despite the between any state, it'll be okay. One ball, no strikes. To the right, 1-1. Bonifacio batting 250. I apologize again, guys. Even though the temperature is supposed to get up to only 57 on the last heat, I think we might be alright, hopefully. Ground ball to second, picks it up, throws to first. That's a total of 3 outs, inning is over. And it's usually kind of like a different replay. And that's a 2-run stop by CJ Cron. Through goes the ball, and it's gone, not coming back occasionally. On top of the third inning. Due up for the Indians will be Cesar Fernandez, second position. Furman nods his head, he's 1 for 1. From the stretch, to the left, 1-0. But most of us have had connection problems before, guys. From inside of Runny's between Runny's group, Tuba's group, and a couple other things too. Okay, I have no clue what's been going on. I mean, the first time I did it, guys, was like 19. The other one was like 6 minutes. I'm guessing it's the only connection that's been masturbating or whatever it might have been. Up next is Jose Ramirez, 200 average. Let's try it again here. 3 balls, no strikes. Former from the stretch. At the bottom, 3-1. You guys can let me know if you guys can hear me. You guys can follow me on Twitter. It's Lady Zach Dawson. You guys can give me your first and last name information on Twitter. The numbers are always the same. 824-656-00. You guys can do the same thing. First and last name. And that'll be foul ball to left. Makes a good catch. Foul territory. 1 out for the Indians. And that'll bring up Jose Ramirez in the done batting position. He's 0 for 1 for strikeout his first time. It's like if the connection goes out again, guys, I'm guessing I'm going to have to do it off camera. To left, 0-1. Which I really don't want to have to do that. I have to want to do it, so. We'll see as long as we can continue to bring the balance and the good stuff with great content. It's the best key with support. No balls, 2 strikes from the stretch. To left, 1-2. And we watch our videos in full. Like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. Doesn't take any followers. The content continues to be pretty good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball to left, 1-2. If you guys also want to vote for the idol, you guys can vote Aladdin at 30, Greatest Showman at 13. See what happens this time. The server doesn't get a little more stupid or get crooked or anything. To left, 1-2. Okay, let's see if I can get this going, hopefully. A couple of loves, remarks, and then do the same thing with this one. Okay, there we go. But I have heard already, guys, the connection's been stopped because of a glitch. Foul ball, ground ball to left center field. Picks it up, and that'll be a single. That's a single for the Indians.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches.
Okay, there we go. Hey, what's up, Elias? Wait a minute. I cannot read the comments. That's the only thing, too. Right on first, 1 out.
Into the box, Reyes.
To the middle, 0-1. That'll bring up for Reyes, 4th batting position. He's 0 for 1 for fly out his first time. But what's going on, Elias? Welcome to the chat, buddy. How are you?
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Foul ball to home base, 0-2. Yeah, the reason why I cannot see any comments, guys, I just think it's pointless. I don't understand. That'll be fly ball to deep left, and we'll get to the signal, and it'll bounce off the circuit, and it's gone. 2 on top by Reyes. 371 feet, 101.3 miles per hour. I'm gonna play Roblox for 30 minutes, then I'll be back. Oh, sir. Take your time, buddy. But how you been? How you been today? As it's now 4-2 Indians.
The only question was whether it was
But thank you once again, Elias. Oh man. Yeah, Roblox. Roblox is not bad of a game either. That's the way it should be. 4-2. Indians. Top of the third. 1 out. Game 3 in Detroit. Here comes Josh Naylor. He's 1 for 1. Former from the Threats. At the bottom, 1-0. Josh Naylor's 1 for 1 for a single his first time. Let's just hope the connection doesn't get wide in the range this time by using a little mind trick or something. Well, one of my peers asked me if I'm ready to take on Cyberpunk. I'm like, I am. But that's the reason why I'm not going back to Crash 4. I mean, I was going to do the finale yesterday, but after 19 episodes, I decided to stop afterwards. To left makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. When it comes to certain connection guys, whether they're strong or had stupid brain, it's more of a different standard. But it's all good. The bottom, 1-0. Obono strikes. Again, the first round pick in 2012 in the MLB draft. Tyrone Knockman is 0 for 1. Remember guys, stay connected as long as we can. Make sure YouTube doesn't take any followers. As long as we know, as good as we can. Hey, thank you again, Teeds. I apologize once again. I don't know what kind of crazy thing that connection or the stupid traffic's been focusing. Foul ball to left, 1 and 2. I mean, I was gonna do some damn Einstein news, but basically, it wants to have a little more stupid traffic coming in. The fireball to mid center. That would be a single. That's a single for the Indians. Thank you once again, Teeds. You always know what I needed out of 102 moderators. And of course, guys, one of my little roommates in my pudding decided to finally work something out yesterday. And basically, pretty much talked it out, worked something out, and, you know, finally got some of the good stuff going. Here comes Carlos Santana. He's 1 for 1 for a double in the second. Runner at first, 2 outs. 0-1 from the stretch. Up top, 1 and 1. Last game was 3 for 3 with a double and 3 ribbies. Between any player, guys, against a little in general. And that'll be field. And that's 1 and 2. One of them was thinking it was going to be an out at this point in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the stretch. The bottom, 2 and 2. And that's right, guys. Like I said, GameStop me this afternoon. I'm going to be picking up Cyberpunk, and then I'm going to trade in a couple good games. That's a strikeout. And that's the third out recorded. Inning is over. This time is also a replay. 2-run shot by Reyes. To deep left center field. It's gone. Not coming back. Goodbye. Get to the moon, Alice. Go to the bottom of the third inning. Game 3 in Detroit. 4, Tigers 2. Do love position. Jake Rogers. Batting .240. 3 home runs, 4 ribbies. Well, when it comes to catchers, guys, it's like they're not doing the bad of batting. You look at Hunter Reyes. You look at the one and only Miguel Cabrera. The only team he's been going on is any state that he plays for, even though he's a legend of the game of baseball. To the right, 1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And you look at Jose Bautista. He used to play for the Blue Jays too. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carrasco from the stretch. To left, 2 and 1. But everybody's always part of the family now. Now, at least we don't have to worry about having less communication this time. Up top, 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 likes. Let's always keep on the good work, guys. Keep on making the great content come alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the left, that's a strikeout. First out for the Tigers. You guys can tell me in the chat if you had problems with connections like that. The key to that is Wi-Fi and not having less stupid signal behind that either. We should be okay. Like I said, I apologize both times. And I hope our ass is going to be prepared.
And now, Victor Reyes,
And I also did look at the schedule. It says I'm off 2 days despite Christmas and the other one on 26. Here comes Victor Reyes to the lineup. He's 0 for 1. This is almost beyond the plate. Carrasco from the stretch. To the right, 1-1. Remember, guys, you can't get there too quick, as much as it could actually be. Izzy and News, you guys are still getting that this morning. 1 ball, 1 strike from the stretch. To the left, 2-1. I haven't heard from Brian, but I do know Zoe is going to be working back in the office for back to daytimes finally. To the bottom, 2-2. But yeah, him working overnights, working night shifts, make his ass tired. Which I used to work night shifts, which I sometimes do. And that's another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts. Out number 2 for the Tigers. 4th strikeout by Carlos Carrasco. Up next, guys, is Harold Castro, excuse me, number 30. It's Jersey. He's 0 for 1. It's like telling Steve Rocco to get out of his house by Carl at this point. But, and Steve is like, and I quote, last 3 games was an average of 462. He's like, I don't have to take this. I'm going home. At the bottom, 2-0. There's also a JBO Quantum Cup that's going on today, too. 2 balls, no strikes. But it's all good. I mean, if it would be an RPG Cup, I would probably get some of that going, too. 2 balls, 1 strike. Okay, now I'm actually going to get back on track. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carrasco from the stretch. Up top, 3-1. Up next is Samir Candelario. 296, 2 home runs, 3 ribbies. He's on deck. Up top, ball 4. First walk by Carrasco as he walks Harold Castro for the 3 and 4 Tigers today. Oh my goodness. Here comes in the third batting position today, Samir Candelario. He's 0 for 1 if he ground out his first time. But if you guys have the best option coming out of GameStop today, you guys let me know if you guys want me to pre-order God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy 16, Horizon 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, or Dragon Age 4. I mean, this is a tough one, but it all depends. Guys can let me know on Twitter or Discord. And that'll be ground ball to right center field. That'll bounce off a little something. And that will be a double. That's a double for the Tigers. Oh my goodness. It's like any team can try to do something, and the other one can try to do a little more better on that. It's like anything you can do, we can try to do better than we can bring. Second and third, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Jonathan Scope, 4th batting position. He'll fall down in second, he's 0 for 1. To the right, 1-0. But yeah, I don't, yeah, like I said, the Suzuma probably won't do the Suzuma until Sunday, so I'm narrowing it down to 2 if I want to have my pun tonight for the holiday lights, or I want to do the premiere of Cyberpunk. I mean, I would probably do something behind that, but we'll see, guys. Besides, her and I have now been together for about 1,252 days. 1252 for my love and I's record on that. 1 and 2 from the stretch. And that's a foul ball to right, 1 and 2. Ball, 2 strikes. Couple of the guys can try to channel that in. Between anything from the stretch. To the right, 2 and 2. Carrasco's only given up 1 walk today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like I said, more love, support, and staying connected, that's the important exact part. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the left, another strikeout. One of the players on any team looking to get a good stretch hold. And the side is retired. We played 3 innings today, guys. Go to the top of the 4th inning. Game 3 in Detroit, excuse me. Indians 4, Tigers 2.
Back from Comerica Park in Detroit.
But yeah, work yesterday was good. I was hoping what's his face Chase would help my ass since he was supposed to work 5 to 10, and I don't know what happened. But I do know Daniel worked from 6 to 11, and I helped him the rest of the way. So the other two went in from 10 to 7 yesterday. The other one was working 8 to 5, so it wasn't a problem or any issues on that. Due up for the Indians will be Bradley Zimmer, 8th position. He's 0 for 1. Firmer nods his head, sets the target. To the left, 0-1. But yeah, Cyberpunk, the way I look at Cyberpunk is the graphics. As an RPG fan, Cyberpunk is RPG. As I always love RPGs, right down my alley for a long time. And despite that, hold on, Fireball to mid-left center field. We're gonna get there, make some pretty good catch. That's the first out for the Indians. And that'll bring up Austin Hedges. I'll tell you in a second. He's 0 for 1 for strikeout in the second. Gives a little more formality. But it all depends. I mean, really, I don't expect it to be less fortunate or have more of a fortunate different detail on that. But yeah, the thing about Cyberpunk, the graphics are the way I look at the graphics and the gameplay itself. I've heard the game is very good. The graphics and the other stuff are pretty good. Comes a little more behind the other stuff behind it, and you know, I think it's going to be very interesting. Remember, guys, as long as you stay. Make sure YouTube doesn't take your likes. As long as you stay over a half hour, everything will be just fine. No balls, 2 strikes. Forward from the stretch. To left, 1 and 2. And like I said, that's because of the stupid miscalculation between the connection. Alright, there we go. I wasn't sure what happened between likes or dislikes on the screen, but there we go. And that's a big strikeout. Picks it up, throws the first, now it's out number 2 for the Indians. There we go. First strikeout by Michael Firmer. Up next is Francisco Landor. So it's out number 12. He's singled, he's 1 for 2. That's a sign. Homer from the stretch, the middle 0-1. And if you guys have seen the comedy Wings, it's funny. It stars the one and only Tim Daly. It's actually, and the one that leads the airport on that goes by the name of Roy. But Roy is actually funny. I've always thought when I was looking at Joe and Helen, I just think those two became a real good item at this point. Former nods his head, 1 and 2 from the stretch. And that'll be fly ball to right center field. So then the inning makes the catch, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. Go to bottom of the 4th inning. Game 3 in Detroit. Indians 4, Tigers 2. Keeps a little more of anything interesting, guys. Alright, guys, let's see if we can get this down this time. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter. It's JD Zach Dawson. You guys can give me your first and last name information on Twitter. You guys can follow me on that. The numbers are always the same, since I don't plan on getting a different Twitter anytime soon. You guys can follow my numbers as JD Zach Dawson. As always, in one word. J is capitalized, D is capitalized. The rest is lowercase. You guys can, the numbers are 824-656-00. Like I said, the numbers are 824-656-00. Staying connected and making sure YouTube doesn't take your followers. No balls, 1 strike. Foul ball to left, 0-2. Boy, Castro's 1 for 1. You guys can also send me a friend request and say hi to me or chit-chat on Discord. Anytime you guys... If there's anything you'd like to discuss about my number 1 seed that I've had for 2 weeks, or something else behind it, well, we watch our videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. With Running Egg, actually likes it when I do it between anytime I start IGN News. like I said, we like videos, share them, tweet them out, stay connected, leave a good comment. That's a strikeout. First out for the Tigers. 6th strikeout by Carlos Carrasco. If you guys also want to vote for the Idol, you guys can vote Alain at 30, Greatest Showman at 13. Like I say, YouTube, don't let YouTube take your followers or anything. As long as you leave a good comment, we'll get to it. Now to bring out CJ Cron to the right, 1-0. In the 6th position, he's 1 for 1 for a 2-1 homer in the 2nd inning. Alrighty guys, today is the 12th. Game style will be headlined this afternoon, little after 12 between the openings. So I'm going to be doing business in a couple hours too. The bottom 1-1. Alrighty guys, first round pick was back in 2011 draft. Alright guys, today's the 12th. We're going to start with our first one. Okay, first one, 12 hours ago. This was a breakdown of the to the right 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As 12 hours ago, Star Wars had the Bad Batch trailer. And they actually break down the details behind that. Well, if it comes down to that, I mean, the other stuff that the Game Awards did announce have been really going to be a little more exciting when it comes to Disney+. That's the 2nd out for the Tigers. And also the uninspiring, exciting series that's coming in soon is that you guys already heard that Hayden Christensen will be making his return as Darth Vader. Almost to the middle, 0-1. That brings up Jacoby Jones, 7th batting position. He's 0 for 1 for flyout in the 2nd inning. 5 for 25 this season. And there's also an opinion. Xbox exclusive game slot is finally over. And what does that mean? Well, let me jump on that real quick. Okay, that's a long article according to Ryan McCarthy. At the bottom, 1 and 2. Holy cow, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Mandalorian Season 2. Will Slave I become the Mando Sip? Well, I haven't gone back to Season 2 yet. Not until the virus ends and the other thing ends by the time we get that vaccine. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the stretch. To the left, 3 and 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Up next is Jorge Bonifacio. He is on deck. Now, as I said, at the bottom, another strikeout. Holy cow, guys. And the side is retired. We play 4 innings today, guys. Go to top of the 5th inning. Game 3 in Detroit. Indians 4, Tigers 2. Do up for the Indians. The 2nd batting position is Cesar Hernandez. 1 for 2 for 2-run shot in the 1st inning. Gets the sign down, Fulmer from the stretch. To the left, 1-0. You guys can, if you guys are working from home, you guys can look at the best home office equipment. But yeah, for those people that are working at home, trying to get their work done or something else that's a little more in the plan. Bunt attempt, that's foul. 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. But other than that, I mean, whether if they're working on their tablet or trying to sign an application or try to do bills. Ground ball to first, picks it up, gets the first base, and that's the first out for the Indians. Cyberpunk cheat. How to get unlimited money and crafting XP. Well, we are doing the premiere. We are thinking about doing the premiere of Cyberpunk tonight. And we'll be taking over Crash 4 guys on the slot for Thursdays and Fridays to close out this year. Close out this year and begin 2021 on that behalf. And speaking of 2021, I still don't know when Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is going to be premiering. That's going to be soon. And that will be fly ball to left, and it's foul. And that's 1 and 2. That's a 1 ball, 1 strike, excuse me. But yeah, it all depends. I mean, I think if one setout goes to the Suzy Mob, but I'm not 100% sure. Fahala, no. Because I don't think it would be. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the stretch. And that'll be the same spot. Ground ball to first. Gets to it. Gets to first base. And that's the 2nd out for the Indians. Cyberpunk 2077's. Change of plans. I'm gonna play. Oh, welcome back, Elias. Hold on. The one dislike, that's okay. Change of plans. I'm gonna play Minecraft to build a zoo. Oh, that's good. One dislike still counts as a view. Still counts as watch time. That's okay. I did lose one supporter today, but it's no big deal. As long as we have great content, that's what it all is going to matter at hand. So I'm going to be with Runny later on today. Want to know from the threats? Up top, foul ball, 1-1. So, what's he been up to today, Elias? Anything good? Besides what you're doing? Foul ball to left, 1-2. But yeah, Call of Duty will be premiering soon. Probably in another couple weeks. 1-2 from the threats. And that'll be ground ball to right. Gets to it, throws the first, and the side is retired. I mean, I've just been busy with work, with you guys in the chat, and my love nice pizza. We're at the bottom of the fifth inning, Game 3 in Detroit, Indians 4, Tigers 2, and making sure my opponent gets a damn job, hopefully. Do watch for the Tigers will be Jorge Bonifacio, 8th batting position. He's 0 for 1 for ground out in the second inning. 3 and 4 Tigers looking to not snoop around, but get a little more of a measure than any team can try to make. Puts the sign down. Castro from the threats.
Here's the pitch.
Foul ball to home, 0-1. Became free agent and acquired back in 2019. Cyberpunk 2077. Learn how everything works. With our beginner's guide tips. Well, Cyberpunk is going to be, by the time I get my hands on it tonight, guys, like I said, the season 1 will be back on Sunday, so you guys are still getting new episodes every Saturday and Sunday, so you know what, it's The Last of Us Part 2, I'm not going back to that. Besides, I already been that set once. To the bottom, 2-2. I mean, like I said, I do give credit to Naughty Dog for making The Last of Us Part 2, but if they come out with Part 3 for PS5, I could maybe get it. Probably get it sometime, but it all depends. To the right, 3-2. Well, we'll see. Okay, where were we? The best racing wheels for Xbox Series X, S, PS5, and PC. At the bottom, another strikeout. That's the first out for the Tigers. A little more something. And that'll bring up the catcher, Jake Rogers, in the 9th batting position. He batted his box. He struck out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Patty Jenkins says Heroic Squadron movie isn't a video game adoption. I'm not 100% sure if it's strange. Last 7 games for double and 4 ribbies. And that's according to Joshua on that. Involving Star Wars. To the left, 2 balls, 2 no strikes. You guys don't want to miss the free iconic pistol in Cyberpunk 2077. Well, it does have a good amount in the back. That'll be fireball to mid-center. We're gonna get to it, and it's out for this glove, and that's a single. That's a single for the Tigers. Oh my goodness. Look at that replay in the chat, guys. Oh man. So how long have you had Minecraft, Elias? We also have 3, here comes Victor Reyes, back to the lineup. 4 for 29 season, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 3 and 4 Tigers, we're gonna keep the measure, keep a little more of the status. Run our first 1 out. 3 hours ago, Fortnite Asia had a JBL Quantum Cup. And they were actually having it happen since yesterday, I think. Yesterday or the day after that. And you guys can see yourselves. News. Last game, 0 for 5 for strikeout. From the stretch, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The bottom, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Holy cow. Remember, guys, you can't get there too quick. If you're trying to swing standard or trying to get a little more of a function, you're trying to get it. Carrasco from the stretch, no balls, 2 strikes. Up top, 1 and 2.
Man, a pitcher let the guy off easy.
Now set up to Kelly, happy birthday. Keep up, good one on that.
Non-competitive pitch.
Hold on a second, I'll probably send him one message here. I don't know if it's going to take a while in the rains or try to anything freezing. 1 and 2 from the stretch. Up top, almost hit by a pitch. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes behind that. Gets a little more aggressive and serious. Runner well held at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the stretch. At the bottom, 3 and 2. Up next is Harold Castro, batting .250. He is on deck. As long as it's a little more of an average between the different point, it's more of a standard. 3 and 2 from the stretch. That'll be foul ball to right, 3 and 2. Same count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Carrasco beyond the plate.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch.
Same spot. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps fighting him off.
Running row hold at first. I don't think anybody's going to have any other team try to get something. To the right, ball 4. Another walk by Carrasco. As he walks Victor Reyes for the 3 and 4 Tigers today. As the runner at first goes to second between the obvious. Here comes Harold Castro, DH, designated hitter, number 30 on his jersey. He had a walk in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. First and second, 1 out. And I think any runner wants to hold their base as much as possible. And that'll be fly ball to left center field. We're going to grab that defensively, makes the catch, out number 2 for the Tigers. Oh, wow. In a third pending possession, guys, here comes Zamir Candelario. He's 1 for 2 for double in the 3rd inning. Like I said, when it comes to connections, it's not that hard. It's usually some sort of a stupid glitch or something. But it usually happens to the most of us. Has to be, or it has to be at a current different plan too. But we should be okay. In the bullpen for the 5 and 3 Indians, it's Phil Matan and Emmanuel Clace. Between the other. The ball is 1 strike. From the stretch. At the bottom, 0 and 2. Holy cow. We also have Road to Super Bowl. My series are 11-1. We're taking on the Bills tomorrow night on Sunday Night Football. Which I think it'll be a pretty good matchup. An outstanding match. I don't expect any bad blood between a different team or outside the teams. But it's the only teams that are only allowed to come in is pretty much 8 to 16 or something, or 8 to 12. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the stretch. To the right, 2 and 2. 11 balls, 11 strikes, 22. Keeps a little more standard, not a little more inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carrasco from the stretch. To the right, that's a strikeout. 3 outs in total, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Go to top of the 6th inning. Game 3 in Detroit. Wiz Connection's doing a little more better, hopefully. Indians 4, Tigers 2. Due up for the Indians. In the 5th batting position is Josh Naylor. He's 1 for 2 for single in the 1st inning. 4 for 20 of the season, but an average of 200.
Here comes the first pitch.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like a stupid glitch every now and then. So I don't give a damn about that. Foul ball to left, 0-1. Let's get 1 for 4 for a RBI. Find that. At the bottom, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here, guys. Wow. As long as any team is looking to jump into the case, it's something responsible. The bottom, 1 ball, 2 strikes in the chat. And plus, guys, my pun's at 58, and we can get it up to 300 by the end of next year. Guys, let me know. You guys, let me know if you want to drop your 10 links to follow. Let me know. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out for the Indians. 6th strikeout by Michael Firma. Oh my goodness.
That one was spot on, and he had no
You see, guys, when any baseball team or any good team tries to hit something, wants to hit it right where he wants it to hit it. Right where he wants to grab it at.
At the plate now, Tyler Naquin.
To the left, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And that brings up Tyler Naquin, 6th batting position. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd inning. 5 for 21 for an average of 238. So usually is. To the left, 1-1. Last game was 1 for 4 with a single. As long as any batter knows what he's doing, one man could even try to get something in length, or one of them can actually wait. 1 ball, 1 strike. Forward from the stretch. Up top, 2-1. Oh my goodness. One of them's going to try to go for a different pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball to right, 2-2. Former nods his head, 2-2 from the stretch. Same spot, 2-2. It's one of them tries to saves after anything, between a ball or something. And that's a good strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2nd out for the Indians. 7th strikeout by Michael Firma. And that'll bring in Carlos Santana in 7th batting position. He doubled in 2nd inning. He's 1 for 2. But yeah, I go back tomorrow and Monday, and then I'm off this Tuesday and Wednesday. But my format continues to do well on my schedules and try to do as I can. Last 3 games of an average of 500 with RISP. Foul ball to right, 1-1. But here's the thing, guys. I don't know what that stands for. RISP. 1 ball, 1 strike from the stretch. Foul ball to right, 1-2. And that will be fly ball to mid center. Picks it up, makes the catch, and then the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. Game 3 in Detroit, bottom of the 6th inning. Indians 4, Tigers 2. And on the mound for the 5-3 Indians, coming to the mound, is Phil Matan. He has 6th game appearance, 0-1 record, with a 3.60 ERA. And coming to the batter's box for the Tigers will be Jonathan Scope. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. As long as it keeps a little more of the distance, keeps a little more inside. He has the sign down. Pitched by Matan. That'll be foul ball to left. 0-1. Son of Carrasco. I think it's either way between the pronunciation. But it usually has to come down to the normal spot of it. No ball, 1 strike from the stretch. The bottom, 1-1. Of course, my watch time's been doing pretty well too. Between the likes, between the stuff with great content, and so everything settles down and try to get something normal going. To the right, 2-1. Where's there's no stupid glitch this time? Well, I would be a little more miscalculating. 2 balls, 1 strike from the stretch. To the bottom right, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Remember, guys, you don't want to swing a little more of a standard collision. As long as you know which one is capable and more of an interesting fact. Keeps a little more inside of it. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. First out for the Tigers. It was going to be, or it's not going to happen on that. That'll bring up Willie Castro, shortstop. It's 1 for 2. He has to sign up. Matan from the stretch. The bottom, 1 ball, no strikes. In the bullpen for the 5-3 Indians is Nick Wingren and Emmanuel Clace. Pirates 3, Reds 3 in Pittsburgh. To the right, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. We guys will get more Isaiah news tonight when we do the premiere. If not, anything less, my opponent wins sitting on the bench. Up next is CJ Cron, batting 77. He is on deck. Gets a sign down, 3-0 from the Threats. The pitch by Matan.
The 3-0.
Foul ball to home base, 3 balls, 1 strike. The speed was like 76, so a little more than that, basically. 3 balls, 1 strike from the Threats. Up top, 3-2. As long as it gets a little more high, guys, you can't get there too quick and try to turn or not turn around behind it. 3-2. To the left, that's one batter goes to the other side, the other one tries to get to the other side. As long as it gets a little more of a good length, tries to get something to start with. Here comes CJ Cron, 1 for 2. With a 2-1 homer in the second inning. 2 for 26 with average of 77. That's the first strike, 0-1. This brings more population to what it should be. My opponent could still come in the chat today. It all depends. The bottom, 1-1. Guys can see yourself news. You guys will get some more tonight. Once we get down to it. So the connection doesn't wind up with anything else. To the right, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Final, the full card. Let me double check that one. To the right, 2-2. Base Swan for the Impact World title. North can earn title side of Page wins, huh? 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'd be the same spot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carazo, Rosemary, Knockouts title. Next tag. Feasible heat. Huh. To left, another strikeout. And the side is retired. We play 6 innings today, guys. Go to top of the 7th. Game 3 in Detroit. Indians 4, Tigers 2. 2 up for the Indians for Bradley Zimmer. He's 0 for 2. At the bottom, 0-1. Larry D and Tommy Dreamer. Definitely. Normally is. Up top, 1-1. Okay, Joe Doring or something like that. 1 ball, 1 strike from the Strats. At the bottom, 1-2. Oh, wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Former from the Strats. That'll be fly ball between the center, makes the catch defensively. 1 out for the Indians. And it'll be a different one coming in. It will be coming in for sure. Here comes the manager for the 3 and 4 Tigers coming to the mound. And it will be it for Michael Firma. Former stats was not bad. But getting a good mix of strikeouts didn't be that bad between a different function or anything. And on the mound for the 3 and 4 Tigers will be Jordan Zimmerman. Making the second start with 1 strikeout. He on the plate. Here's the pitch coming in. At the bottom left, 0-1. Austin Hansis is 0 for 2. Way in a different case. That would be foul ball to right, 0-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zimmerman from the Strats. Foul ball to left, 0-2. Between any directional type, left, right, that's between those two on the field. Ball 1-2. Mouse power was 78. If you want to look at that fireballer, guys, you look at the same one. I wrote as Chapman. That is somebody that's willing to swing something in. 1-2. 2-2. That's really the top one. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the Strats. Ball 3-2. Up next is Francisco Landor coming in. Batting 371, he's on deck. 3-2.
Struck him out.
That's a good
Struck him
strikeout.
out again, I should
And that's
say.
out
His
number
third
2 for the
punch out of
Indians.
the game.
It's been a
Oh,
rough game for
wow.
him at the plate. Couldn't get
Keeps a little more inside, or else keeps in it the inside, or any look of the target behind that. Comes Francisco Landor. He's 1 for 3. Had a run. The middle 0-1. It says he's 1 for 3 with a run and a single. With an average of 371 between the bat, 657 on the slug percentage.
The windup and the 0-1.
Naturally. The bottom 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. Oh, wow. Zimmerman from the stretch. Foul ball to right, 0-2.
2 out, nobody on.
Tries to get the sign down. Zimmerman nods his head, 0-2. Now be fly ball to left center field, gets to it, makes the catch. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. Go to bottom of the 7th inning, game 3 in Detroit. Indians 4, Tigers 2. And on the mound for the 5-3 Indians today will be Emmanuel Clace, making a 6-start season, 10 strikeouts and 3 walks. And due up for the Tigers, the 7th position will be Jacoby Jones coming in. He struck out and he's flown out. He's 0 for 2. Now this will be interesting. Clace from the stretch. To the right, 1-0. Now this will be interesting between the voting. Gabby Barrett is out at number 3. Ooh. I don't think she's a country artist, but sorry proof, so. Grande, King Brown. Levitating, definitely. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the right, 2-1. Against some big moves between the music side. And that'll be a pop-up. Foul territory to home base. And makes the catch. 1 out for the Tigers. It's a little more of an interesting fact, too. Here comes Jorge Bonifacio. He's 0 for 2. Beyond the plate, Clace from the stretch. At the bottom, 0-1. Remember, guys, anything you cannot swing behind that. So I guess what's one is more of a advertising thing to look into. So I guess you know what's one that's coming at you a little bit more.
The 0-1 delivery.
To the left, 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes.
So I've been down a bit more between 1 to 2 spots. Bottom 1-2. Okay, that's drops. Hot smoke is already intact. Foul ball to right, 1-2. Cubs 6. D-backs nothing in Chicago. Any team is almost red hot. Nearly is hot when you're hot. Foul ball to same spot, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clace from the stretch, 1-2. At the bottom, 2-2.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th.
But at least our glitz has already came down. That'll be fly ball to right center field. Looking at racing back, gets there, makes the catch, 2nd out for the Tigers. Up next is the catcher, Jake Rogers. Number 34 on the jersey. He's sitting on the 5th inning, he's 1 for 2. 7 for 27, an average of 259. Gets the sign down from the stretch to the right, 1-0. Now, 24K Gold, I've heard they're not bad of a group, I would assume. To the right, 2-0. Jake Rogers is 1 for 2.
You have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Okay, I'm just trying to look around a little bit between another chart. 2 balls, no strike. From the stretch. To the right, 3-0. Up next is Victor Reyes, 138, home run, 2 ribbies. He is on deck. Clace, waves the sign down. 2 balls, no strikes. At the bottom, ball 4. First walk by Clace. It's Clace. Walks take Rogers for the 3 and 4 Tigers today. Oh my goodness. So on the mound for the 5 and 3 Indians will be James Konacek. Konacek makes his 5th start. 1-0 record for 2.70 ERA, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts.
Victor Reyes.
And here comes Victor Reyes back to the lineup. He's 0 for 2 for walk in the 5th inning, 4 for 29, Navs of 138. Run at first, 2 outs. Beyond the plate, Konacek from the stretch. And here's the pitch coming in.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
To the left, 1-0.
Ball and no strikes.
And we're doing on time. Okay, we're doing much better. Once time continues to get good. That's the way it should be. As long as we get more time to bring something in. That'll be a ground ball to left. And that'll be a single. That's one of the players between anything tries to get away from it. And that's a single for the Tigers. Let's go down to base hit. Oh, wow. Up next is number 30, DH, Harold Castro. Coming in. He's 0 for 2 for walk in the 3rd inning. First and second, 2 outs. 3 and 4 Tigers looking to swoop something in. Between like not losing control and trying to lose focus that month. First and second, 2 outs. Anyone is trying to hold their base behind them. Second stretch. That'll be ground ball to left center field. And that'll be a single. Another single for the Tigers. Oh my goodness. Tries to get a little more of interesting theory. Oh man. Here comes Samir Candelario, 3rd batting position. He's 1 for 3 of a double in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Konacek from the stretch gets signed down, nods his head. And here's the pitch. At the bottom, ball is low. That's ball 1. As long as one of any key player between any team tries to keep it down, tries to get a little more of something that he wants to hit. That's for sure. 1 ball, no strikes from the stretch. Here's the pitch by Konacek. Up top, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mossbauer is 98. Mossbauer between a good ball. Gets a little more focus on that. 1-1 from the stretch. To the right, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count that up, guys. Hey, what's up, Dead Side? How you doing? Apparently your comments have been replying twice. I don't know if it's a glitch or something on the PS5 or anything. To the left, 2-2. But how are you this morning? I mean, if I have to read comments, it has to be on my phone a bit more. Or between the PS5. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the stretch. And that would be ground ball back to the mound. Gets at the home base, and the inning is over. Oh my goodness. Tigers lead 2. Oh, that's good. For the top of the 8th inning, game 3 in Detroit. Indians 4, Tigers 2. Hold on, let me double check this one real quick. I'm gonna see what's going on. Okay, display is that. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I can see stuff. Thank you.
I'm okay.
Oh, that's good. So what's you been up to today, buddy?
Fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Zimmerman, 33 years old.
The record between Hernandez versus Zimmerman, 4 for 6. Cesar Hernandez is 1 for 3. Zimmerman from the stretch, 0-1. That'll be fireball to right center field. And racing back, it's gone. Second stop by Cesar Hernandez, 362 feet. And I think it's kind of like any team that has 2 home runs is pretty much pretty much almost a difficult thing. As it's now 5-2 Indians. Oh wow.
And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to
Look at that one more time, guys. To deep right center field. It's gone. 5-2 Indians, top of the 8th, nobody out. Game 3 in Detroit.
So now to the plate, Jose Ramirez.
Coming right in. That'll be ground ball to right center field. We're gonna get there. Throws the first in time. 1 out for the Indians. And that'll bring up from Mel Reyes, fourth batting position. 1 for 3 for 2 on shot in the 3rd inning. But I can't complain after work yesterday, buddy. I really can't. But it's still been going good. Just trying to avoid myself from getting fired or anything. If my plan doesn't think I should be able to have that. Despite if Subway is still going to be the other option or anything. That's only my second guess. 0-2. That'll be ground ball to 3rd. Picks it up. Throws the first, out number 2 for the Indians. Oh my goodness. Here comes Josh Naylor, 5th batting position. 1 for 3, single in the 1st inning. Sign down Zimmerman from the stretch. And that'll be fly ball to center. We're gonna get there, and defensively makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out recorded. Another homer by Cesar Hernandez, guys. This time it's deep right center field. And it's gone, not coming in. For the bottom of the 8th inning, game 3 in Detroit. Indians 5, Tigers 2. And on the mound for the 5-3 Indians will be Oliver Perez. I think it's second start. With 9.00 ERA and 2 strikeouts. And due for the Tigers, playing second base, number 8, Jonathan Scope. He struck out in 6th inning, he's 0 for 3. 8 for 28 with averages of 286. From the stretch, here's the pitch by Perez.
First pitch on its way.
Foul ball to right, 0-1. Brewers 1, Phillies 1 in Philadelphia. So what's the plan for you today? That site? Anything good? Or, like say for example, are you going to get Cyberpunk, or are you going to wait after you get the PS5 when the price comes down? I mean, my phone's still getting my PS4 soon, but not until it gets a real good job. Walmart is still one of them. I don't know what the other one could be. 1 ball, 1 strike. But it all depends. 1 and 2 at the bottom. Well, we'll see. You guys can count that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm going to still have a little bit of brekkie this morning. See what it comes down to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the stretch. To left, another strikeout. Holy cow. 1 ball, 1 out for the Tigers. We're not doing much today. It's all good. That'll bring up Willie Castro. 1 for 3 for double and had a run. 7 for 26 for an average of 269. Perez gets a sign down from the stretch. To the left, 0-1. Oh my goodness, guys. Wow. Willie Castro is 1 for 3. It's like, I don't know if any other baseball team tries to refer it to something that's more coming in between the other. The bottom, 1 ball, 1 strike. Passings, there we go. See if that was the other one I'm looking at. 1 ball, 1 strike from the stretch. Foul ball to right, 1 and 2. And it's always understandable between a good position. Alright, let's see. Looking at one of the other things here. Foul ball to right, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What's going on? What's going on?
I don't think my pun's coming in for sure. Maybe.
Doing much today.
To the right, another call strikeout. Second out for the Tigers.
No problems for him to bounce since he's come out of the pen.
It's like any baseball team trying to crack a smile a little bit.
I'm
I would think so.
not a lot. Not doing much today.
I would nearly like to think so for sure. CJ Cron's 1 for 3 for 2-run homer in the second. To the left, 1-0.
I'm okay. Not a lot. Not doing much today.
Oh wow! Wow! That's you did Vahira Chronicles. Oh, that's good. How is that game, by the way? On ball, no strikes from the stretch. At the bottom, 1-1. Yeah. Well, the question I'm asking you right now, that side, how is Vahira Chronicles
What's going on?
by chance?
I'm okay.
1 ball, 1 strike. Perez from the stretch. That will be fly ball to right center field. We're gonna get past it, and that'll bounce off the wall, and that'll be a double for the. And that'll be a double. That's a double for the Tigers. First double by CJ Cron for the 3 and 4 Tigers today.
Going on.
With any team needs to do a lot of that.
Okay. Not a lot.
It's like if you're down by a majority of pins on bowling, with a Japanese player taking on a professional bowler, it's like you need to do a lot of striking instead of having having spares at this point. Here comes Jacoby Jones, 7th batting position. He popped out in 7th inning, he's 0 for 3. Runner at second, 2 outs. I did see some of your other work too. They're not bad. Up top, 1-0.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game.
I also did see you do Lego Lord of the Rings. I used to play The Hobbit back then.
I'm okay.
At the middle, 0-1.
Not doing much.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hard Steel, Dragon Ball Z Keratot. Oh wow, 6 hours and 31 minutes.
Going on.
My ass would be tired, buddy. To the right, 1 and 2.
Not doing much today.
Aggressiveness against him right here. If you're going to get a swing outside,
Yeah, I don't know.
1-1, might as well fish a
I
little.
probably would not get to the other varieties by the time I get Cyberpunk tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the left, 2 and 2. Almost looked like a hit by a pitch a little bit. Besides a little personal favorite or preference.
What's
2
going
balls,
on?
2 strikes.
What's
Up
going
top,
on?
3 and 2. Up next is Jorge Bonifacio, batting 222.
Doing much today.
He is on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes from the stretch.
3-2 pitch.
That'll be ground ball to third, picks it up. Throws the first, and the side is retired. Well, at least the glance is gone, hopefully. Played 8 innings, go to top of the 9th inning, guys. Game 3 in Detroit, stretch out. Stretch wherever you can. Indians 5, Tigers 2. I also did take a shower this morning, so I'm pretty much good. So, do for the Indians with Tyron Naquin. Single in the 3rd inning, he's 1 for 3.
What's going
Zimmerman from the stretch.
I'm okay.
Oh, it's a good game? Oh, that's
Not a
good.
lot. Not
So, what can you tell me about Valhalla Chronicles? Is it the same thing as right down my alley as an RPG person, or is it a different RPG to look into? I mean, I did see some of your good work. It's not bad. Bottom 1 and 2.
Wow, that was a pretty good.
But yeah, your videos are not bad at this point.
And the umpire
1 and 2 from the stretch. Foul ball to right, 1 and 2. As long as it brings much more views, luck,
1-2.
and deserving at this point. That'll be ground ball to left center field. Picks it up, and that'll be a single. That's a single for the Indians. I think RPG was suiting. Oh, that's good.
Hey, this looks
RPGs are very nice.
What's going on?
But by the time I premiere Cyberpunk tonight, that will replace Crash 4 for Thursdays and Fridays, and I will be premiering Cyberpunk tonight.
Breathe a little bit, not having to come out
You guys will see. You guys will see The season 1 is staying on Saturdays and Sundays, so you guys will have a new episode tomorrow after 5. That'll bring up Carlos Santana in 7th batting position. Double second is 1 for 3. Run at first, nobody out. From the stretch. To left, 1-1. But either way, guys, Cyberpunk is gonna look very good. I'm gonna try and make premiere tonight for Thursdays and Fridays for sure. There's no problem on that. 1-1. Foul ball to right, 1-2.
But foul. The 1-2.
And that will be fly ball to mid center. Picks it up, makes the catch. 1 out for the Indians. It's a bit more forward, tries to keep an eye on it. Here comes Bradley Zimmer. He's 0 for 3 with a line out in the 7th. Zimmerman from the stretch. To left, 1-0. But yeah, some of your Lego games are not bad either. Record between Zimmer for Zimmerman, 2 for 6 with a strikeout. Up top, 1-1. Keeps a little more of a stretch sword, tries to keep it a little more fresh. That would be fireball to center field. And makes the catch defensively. Out number 2 for the Indians. Up next, guys, in 9th position is Austin Hedges. He struck out in 7th. He's 0 for 3. Beyond the plate, from the stretch. And that'll be another fireball to center field. Looking to get upon it, and bounces off the wall. Not so if it actually came in it, and that'll be an RBI double. RBI double by Austin Hedges, third one for the 5-3 Indians, as it's now 6-2 Indians. Oh wow. Not much more you can expect, guys. Decide between the 3 groups. 6-2 Indians. Find out second, 2 outs. Game 3 in Detroit. That'd be ground ball to left center field. Guessing that's going to score another Reyes, and it will. That'll be an RBI single. As it's now 7-2 Indians. Oh wow. With 2 outs, game 3 in Detroit. 7-2 Indians. Game 3 in Detroit. 2 outs, run at first. Has a little more of something that's belonging. The pitch by Zimmerman. That'll be fly ball to center. Gonna get there, finally gets the catch, and the side is retired. Stretch out, guys, for the bottom of the 9th inning. Game 3 in Detroit. Indians 7, Tigers 2. And on the mound for the 5-3 Indians is one and only Nick Wingren. Wingren making 7th start of the season for 1.50 ERA, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk. And on taps for the Tigers will be Jorge Bonifacio. He's 0 for 3. And technically had a flyout in the 7th. First pitch by Wingren. And that will be fly ball to left center field. Racing back, and a bounce off the wall. And that will be a single. Oh, wow. Single for the Tigers. I'm not sure if it looked like a double or something, but I'm guessing it's not bad on the reins. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter at JD Zach Dawson. That's giving me your first and last name information to follow each other. This is actually, I'm always loving, caring, funny, spots-worthy, and always respectful between the 3 groups, with the shoutouts to Runny Egg, Tuber, and my girl Vault Girl at this point. Staying connected and making sure YouTube doesn't take any followers or anything. I've actually been doing pretty good this week. As good as I can. You guys can also say hi to me on Discord. Send me a friend request. Some of you guys said hello. Or we watch videos in full. Like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. Stay connected and making sure the comments stick. Guys want to vote for the idol up to next year? Land at 30, Great Summon at 13. To the right, 1 and 2. From ball, 2 strikes, run at first. Nobody out.
Nobody out, runner on first.
And we should be good to go between any other point. With the time running goes live at 2 or at 1. Up top, big strikeout. First out for the Tigers. Oh, wow. As any team tries to get a little inside, let's go deep inside a little bit.
And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot
This is
easier.
usually a different section. Here comes Victor Reyes, 1 for 3, single to 7. To the right, 1-0.
First pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Tries to luck upon it quite a bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner will hold at first.
The 1-0. Hit hard.
That'll be a ground ball to right center field. That'll be a single.
And that runner will go
That's
no
single for the
further
Tigers.
second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it first and second.
Oh my goodness.
So far, not many
Here comes Harold Castro.
Definitely a few knocks in the cupboard. Makes
Batting
it feel
position.
good in the bat.
1 for 3 of a single in the 7th inning.
You win ball games. Somebody has got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring.
3 and 4 Tigers looking to keep up quite a bit. See if there's a not bad of an element or try to get a little something together. First and second, 1 out. The pitch by Lindgren.
Now the pitch.
To the right,
Started
1-0.
here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Runners will hold first and second. This is any team offensively. The bottom, ball is low. Runners will hold at first and second.
And he'll hurry back to
That makes
second
it 2
here as he
balls,
was wise
no
to not
strikes.
push it that time.
If any team has to wait for its position. At the bottom, swing and a miss, 2 and 1.
2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike in the
That's how you
tap.
open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in.
That'll be ground ball center field again.
Past his outstretched glove, and that
Scoops
will
it
be a
up,
base hit.
and that will be an RBI single. Heads up, guys.
Second as they cut away into
As it's now 7-3 Indians.
7-3
Oh
ball
my
Guys,
goodness.
the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come on.
Tries to apply a bit pressure.
He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
So look at him once again. Wait a second, I'll get to that in a minute.
Get the final 2 outs and
On the mound for the 5-3 Indians is Brad Hand. 4th game of his appearance. 3 saves. 6
Jeimer Candelario
7-3 Indians.
as he'll have to
Bottom of the 9th, first and third, 1 out. Game 3 in Detroit. That brings out Samir Candelario. It's 1 for 3. It's 1 for 4, excuse me. First and third, 1 out. Beyond the plate
He's set and
is the pitch by Hand. To the right, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes.
6'3" left-hander. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this
Let's
season.
look at the other
Some
stuff
guys only get
between
to free agency one
kind of
time in their
complete
career.
stuff.
This guy has a chance to get there for a second.
Okay, let's see how we're doing on time tonight, today. Like, good.
Is he able to handle
I still have time to have a
as he
little
plays out this
bit of breakfast
final
afterwards. From the threats.
Now
Hits by Hand.
is
The bottom,
swung
1
and
and
strike
1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tries to come right in. No, come around a little bit. 1 and 1.
1-1 home. High
And that'll
in the air
be
down the right field line.
foul ball to right. The stands
And
1
they
and
do,
2.
in fact, let it land foul.
So I'd say almost
Very
between
smart.
the steps a little bit.
The 1-2.
At the bottom, 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guys can mark that in the chat.
With 1 man out.
If that it says mats.
Struck him
And up top, that's
And
a
now
costly
they might need a
strikeout.
base hit to
Looking.
get that runner
Out
on
number
from
2 for the
third.
Tigers. And the Tigers are down with their final out.
To see a lot of pitches down in the zone, so
Not sure if that was worth
Right there.
striking in or
It's a good
anything.
one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient. But
Yes,
you're
spits by
always gonna
Hand.
take the K when you're on the mound.
To the right, 1 and 0.
Is in with 2 away as he
Last
takes
chance
the
for the
ball.
Tigers. It's Jonathan Scope. In the 4th batting possession. He's all for 4. Running first and third, 2 outs.
He's ready now. The pitch.
At the bottom, 1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As an average of 100 with RISP. To the left, ball 2. 2 and 1.
And it's 2 and 1 now.
But not so many, though, guys. Not so many.
He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
We'll keep up the good work that side. And keep doing what you're absolutely doing. And see what we can do. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the upper left, 2 and 2. Tigers down with their final strike.
He knows full well he's sitting on a half
First and
strike
third,
right
2
here.
outs.
All he's trying to do
2
is
and 2 from the stretch. Here's the pitch by hand. That'll be ground ball to left. That's to do it, and gives it to first base. And the Tigers are now 3 and 5.
Hey, it's hard to win.
It's a game 3 in Detroit as the Indians go up to 6 and 3 of the season.
So they are very happy with this win.
Almost not even close, but a little more of a blowout intended. Actually. Alright, let's double check again just to make sure. Alright. In game 3 in Detroit, second game 3 in Detroit, 6 and 3 Indians had we're gonna start with 6 and 3 Indians. Jason Hernandez had 2 for 5 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. From Reyes.
Let's go Cleveland, we're out.
Damn it, Bio, how you doing today? It's good to see you.
Hello Jack and hello Chad.
What's going on, Bio? It's good to see you again. I was going to ask you what happened the last couple of days this week. Actually, a few more days at least. What happened, buddy? It is good to see you again. From Reyes was 1 for 4 for home run and 2 RBIs. Landor had an RBI. Carlos Santana had a double. It was actually 1 for 4. Hey, what's up, Tuber? Hey. Moderator 103. Now, Tuber, can you see that I didn't lose any supporters that much? I'm like, holy cow. So far, I've been doing pretty good. Dead side is at 1.5, so he really doesn't give a crap about the numbers or anything on that. Hold on. Bio says, busy working a lot in my job. Oh, that's good. So other than that, so Tuber and Bio. So Tuber, you're now my 103rd moderator. I'm part of your group as much as possible. Runny Egg and Vault Girl. But other than that, you guys understand what I'm doing today, correct? For GameStop wise? You guys can let me know if you don't mind. If you guys also want to drop your channel links in the chat, Tuber, I'd like to introduce you to my great old friend Bio. Him and I go way back on Discord. So Bio, I'd like to introduce you to Tuber, Bio, Tuber. If you don't mind. You guys can drop your links in the chat. Great, if you didn't lose much so far. The person sure is no